Welcome to the www.muspartans.com Spartan Show for Tuesday, March 1st. This week we visit with the Director of Cross Country and Track and Field, Brian Cashdollar, and Junior Women's Track and Field student athletes Mariah Jordan and Shay Aator about the recent HCAC Indoor Meet title, the black and gold gained, and head women's basketball and softball coach Josh Dzurick talks about the recently completed 2015-16 women's basketball campaign and previews the 2016 softball season. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the set, everyone. Congratulations on the program's first indoor conference team championship. That's awesome. First, for Mariah and Shay, from an individual standpoint, what will you each remember the most about the indoor conference season? And also, what do you take away through your events?
I'll probably remember most the points that we got from people that were supposed to not score in their events and getting points that we needed to get the team championship, and everyone contributing and cheering on other teammates.
How about you, Shay?
I think for me it would be the same as Mariah. We had a couple sophomores, Cassie Roberts, Kara Brookeman, JC Cawhorn, Whitney White. They all threw really, really well. They weren't supposed to. Cassie actually wasn't supposed to score, and she scored a couple points. On the guys' side, the guys did really well. I know the guys didn't win, but they still did really well. So just the team chemistry, we all came together. It was awesome.
That's awesome. And for you, Coach, what were the coaching staff's biggest takeaways from the indoor conference meet for the men's and women's teams?
Our biggest takeaways, championships are great, and that's a nice end to the indoor, to the outdoor season. But I think our coaching staff does a great job of just looking at the process. And our biggest takeaway from the meet is places that we need to get better. To be honest, the reason that we have a great coaching staff is because we're never truly satisfied with our performances at that moment, because we know we have opportunities to get stronger, to get faster, to get better technical skills. So it's when we come away from it, it was a great team performance, and the women performed really well, and the guys stepped up in a lot of ways. But we are always trying to push the envelope, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations again, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Now it's time to meet the Spartan Show MVP of the week. It's a shared award this week between the men's basketball and wrestling programs and sophomore women's diver Allie Roskis. The men's basketball team, as you can see from the highlights, took Rose Holman to the final seconds of a hard-fought 82-80 loss in the HCAC quarterfinals last Friday. The wrestling squad turned in an inspired effort at the regional meet as the highlights show this past Saturday, and Allie wrapped up a remarkable season by competing in the Central Region Diving Championships at Denison University last Saturday. Congratulations, everyone.
Coach, we appreciate your time in joining us as you're transitioning from the basketball court to the softball diamond. Looking back at the 2015-2016 women's basketball season, what were the biggest positives the program can take and build on for the next season?
Yeah, it was a season that record-wise probably was not up to our standard, or I should say it's not up to our standard, but you definitely have to look for positives, and I think some of them would definitely be the amount of minutes the younger players in the program played. We had quite a few freshmen and sophomores that saw significant time, and at a typical season, I don't know if that's common. We've had the luxury of having upperclassmen the last few years, and so looking forward, we have experience now to draw upon, and we always say we can handle losing as long as that's the expense of winning in the future. So
yeah, of course.
Hopefully we will use this experience to advantage next year, and the expectations will be that we have a successful season next year.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you are now focusing on the softball, it must be a big advantage to be able to get outside for practice in preparation for next week's home opener in the Florida spring break trip. How has practice been going, and what areas do you feel will be the keys to success for the earliest portion of the schedule?
Yeah, the first part I'm not sure I was following you with the advantage of getting outside. We don't get outside very much, but anytime we can, it would be important. The second part of your question, you might have to refresh me out.
What do you feel are going to be the biggest keys going into the home opener?
Well, number one is the weather. We've you got to get cooperation from Mother Nature, and then from there, it's just being able to knock some of that rust off. I mean, you spend most of the winter in the gym, and just to get a feel for the ground balls on the dirt. Last year, I mean, we didn't get a single game until we got down to Florida, and when we came back, we had one game in sub 20-degree weather in Upper Michigan before we even got the conference play. So just being out there will be great, being able to get some swings. And I think we've got a veteran group that will help kind of ease some of the tension. Last year, you also had a first-year coaching staff, so just the nerves all the way around. Whereas this year, I think we'll be able to hit the ground running a little bit faster than we did last year.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us, and we wish you the best of luck.
Appreciate you having us.
That's all we have for now. We thank you for joining us. Please visit www.muspartans.com for more Manchester University athletics news. Have a great week.